Good morning, friends, to a lovely spring day here in the mountains. And I'm just coming to show you today a little bit about how late our springs are here. At almost 7,000 feet is where my home is. And so I wanted you to get a sort of a taste of how late our springs are, and also some more chores that I do in the spring while I'm waiting for the dates where I can start planting my containers and new flowers for the garden and so on. So guys, let's have a look around my yard and I'll share what is available to see as far as spring comes. Guys, it's that time of spring when I will be applying mill organite that you can see here in this little cup to my baby hostas that are just coming up, as you can see here. And what I do is I sprinkle it around the base of the little fingers that are popping up first, and next I water that mill organite in well. And of course the hostas love the water. If you're interested in finding out more about mill organite and how I use it in the garden and other tips for growing large and beautiful hostas, down in my description box I'm going to put a link to a playlist that I have about growing hostas that you can click on and watch more videos about hosta care. But in the meantime, I'm going to be going around my garden today and fertilizing my hostas and giving them a drink of water because my sprinkling system is not quite turned on yet. So I've got to take care of these. They love water. This is a view from my backyard of Pikes Peak. You can see it's still covered with snow from the late snows that we have had here in our area. It's a gorgeous, majestic view, I think. Well, friends, here's a job that I have been procrastinating on doing. This is a dwarf Alberta spruce that I planted years ago. It was very small, but as you can see, the back side of this tree is bare just about of needles. And I plan to help that. Well, I guess I should say the cause of it is that this is my patch of Joe Pye weed, which virtually covers up this spruce during the summertime. Since today we're having a lull between storms and expecting rain and snow again soon, I am going to go ahead and dig this up and replant it. I have this empty space nearby that is void of any plant life, and I'm going to go ahead and get a hole dug here, add some compost from the bag that you see there, composted dairy cattle manure, and then also fill it up with water to give it a good drenching before I put the transplanted Alberta spruce into this new spot. Let's get started. Digging out this Alberta spruce was really tough. Even though I was using my spearhead spade gardening shovel here, which is fantastic for digging in the roots of any area, but I have to say the Joe Pye weed roots were really tough to work with, and I actually didn't get that large of a root ball out because of the Joe Pye weed roots entwining with the tree roots. And hopefully it will survive and do well in its new spot. It's been about a week since I transplanted my Alberta spruce, and as you can see, it's about in the same state. Seems to be doing okay. Plants usually go into transplant shock, and what helps them recover and survive, especially here in our arid climate, is plenty of water. So I've been coming out here every day with my watering can, and I'm just drenching it with water. I even water the foliage itself because plants do absorb moisture through their foliage, which helps them stay healthy. And down here you can see I made a little trough around the root ball so that I can pour water into it and let it just slowly soak into the soil. Well, I was hoping to give you a tour of my garden today to see at least what is starting to leaf out a little bit. Right here in the foreground, I'm going to enlarge it for you, is my Carol Mackey Daphne. If you look closely, it has yellow edges on the little oval-shaped leaves. This is a fantastic bush to have in your garden. The flowers do give off a nice fragrance, so I do recommend that one for your garden. As you can see, it's an early bloomer. Down here, oops, let's see, right over here is a golden barberry, another great bush to give you color in your garden. Even though there's no flowers, there definitely is a beautiful chartreuse and yellowy color to the bush. So as you can see, the skies are dark blue with clouds, and we have had rain. This is the second day. So far we've had about 2 inches of rain and some hail that piled up over the night. Fortunately, it wasn't large enough here where we live to cause damage to cars or to homes, you know, roofs or breaking windows. From all the bird song, you can hear that the birds are loving the weather. And of course, I haven't planted any containers as yet. That will be coming after Mother's Day this Sunday. I do have my leaves on my trees starting to leaf out, like this really pretty Japanese tree lilac right here. Over there in the clouds, you can see that Pikes Peak has gotten even more snow, quite a few inches, I would say, because at that altitude, the rain, of course, turns to snow. It's so much colder on top of the peak. And guys, I hope in my next video that I can share some flowers with you, my planted containers, and hopefully more will be coming up in the garden with all this wonderful precipitation that is really helping our drought situation here in Colorado. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and I wish you a very blessed weekend with your friends and family. Take care from Rocky Mountain Gardens. This is Mary saying bye for now.